Hi everyone. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. We have had our attention taken briefly by a solar eclipse. We didn't achieve much in the way of totality here, but you know. Okay. Why is that wobbling? In the evening air is so nice. Hannah's gone to sit outside in it. Okay, just setting up my laptop and then we will get tonight's stream underway. Has everybody else been watching or has anybody else been watching the eclipse? Hello to South Stitching, Jennifer, to Sandy, to Anna Karen, to Kay, to Cheryl, and to Betty so far. Good evening to you all. Hope you're all doing well. Still busy working away on my magpie. I'm trying to do what we're doing. Trying to put in those stitches. Hey Shez, don't have glasses to watch, but seen some pics already. Yeah, same. I've been watching it on Sky News and reading the conspiracy theorists in the Sky News chat. They are quite entertaining, shall we say. Some of the theories about how in 2 days' time the moon is going to hit the earth because the sun has essentially slingshot it into our atmosphere. So yeah. Anna Karen said yes, but it was a fail. A cloud decided to hide it. Yeah, I think in Southern Ireland they had the same problem. I'm all right, thank you, Sandy. It's been a bit of an interesting day. I do have a bit of a headache, but I'm pretty sure that a stitching session will soon sort that out, and time with friends. So there we go. There is a Sew and Tell thread, so if you haven't put anything on it and you have something, please do go pop something on there. We'll be doing it as usual at around 8:15. So yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. See, we didn't have any cloud here, but there's something about this solar eclipse, this light, it just looks odd. Just the lighting just looks slightly odd. Andy was outside with a colander and a bit card. Hannah is currently sat outside in a deck chair and the cat is glowering at me right now. Don't know why, but there you go. It's cats for you, isn't it? So, magpie for me, what are you guys working on? What's out on your frames and hoops this evening? What are you working on? Do let me know. I have Andy in the room with me. He has come in and put the colander away.
I don't think it was all that.
Lunar eclipses are so much better. Because you're not destroying your eyes watching it. The only thing is with a lunar eclipse is perhaps more so than a solar is that the cloud can get in the way. It has cooled it down a little bit, so it reached 30 degrees here today, 29 degrees. Tomorrow It was supposed to reach about 33 today, but it didn't. Tomorrow it's meant to get to 36. Apparently Hyde Park in London by midday will reach the dizzying heights of 36 degrees. All I can say is thank goodness I'm not in London. I've been in Hyde Park when it's been very hot. I went to see Brian Adams in Hyde Park. But yeah, it wasn't quite 36 degrees hot. It was about 25-ish, 28 that day. Shez has got the Haid 2026 sellout. She's doing Stone Cottage, so behind on it nearly 2%. Oh, awesome. Still plugging away by Elephant Puzzle, Beijing Cheston Pain-Free Crafts for Sandy, and she's at 29.28%. Fabulous. Yeah, keep going there, Sandy. Keep plugging away. I have a feeling tonight's stream is going to be a little quiet. I think there'll be a few people still watching the eclipse or the coverage.
Total eclipse.
Total eclipse. Where's Bonnie Tyler when you need her?
I wasn't referring to Bonnie Tyler.
I know you weren't.
I was referring to the Jaffa Cake advert.
I know you were. What are you flashing your tail at?
Oh, dear. Only if you're British and of a certain age will you get that reference. Full moon.
Half moon.
Total eclipse.
Kelly's not done any stitches today. Busy making straps for another tote bag. Awesome. Betty's in Tennessee in the US. We were 86 Fahrenheit, but 99% humidity, so it felt like 103. Oh, holy moly. Working on a red wine glass kit from Oven. You'll see it on So and Tell later, says Otter. It's too hot, still 32 degrees. Shez says she now wants Jaffa cakes. And Cheryl is working on a little Disney cross stitch. Don't forget that the Pleiades are at the peak tonight. I'm sorry, Anna Karen, you're going to have to educate me on that one.
I think it's something star related. I'm not sure.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
I'm not an astronomer, but I do know it's something to do with the stars.
Okay. Jaffa cakes, and I don't have any in the house, says Kay. Right, we're off already. Oh, meteor shower. Thank you.
Right,
Shooting
okay.
stars. Thank you for that. Kelly says, good breeze today, a bit of cloud and part haze from smoke. The air currents are variable right now, so we could get a storm later. Oh, you've started something. Kay wants Jaffa cakes now. Come on, Andy, get up the shop.
I've been up the shop once today, so no.
He's a meanie, isn't he?
You want Jaffa cakes, you lot? You'll have to go out and get them from your local shop. Every decent supermarket / convenience store sells them.
Anna Karen says it's the tail dust of a comet. Oh, interesting. And Kay says, thanks, Andy.
Well, all I'm going to say is your local shop will be very thankful.
Yeah, but that means missing the stream to go to the shop.
Yeah. How long does it take to go to the shop? Unless you live in the middle of
Well,
absolutely bloody nowhere.
Okay, might. She might very well do.
I think most people that are watching this will have a shop within walking distance, if not a short drive.
Not necessarily.
I said most, not all.
Kay lives at the top of a hill, doesn't drive, and needs crutches to walk.
Your neighbour.
Shez says it takes her 20 minutes to drive to a shop. So that's your theory of blowing out the water, love. Sorry. We're lucky. Oh, I'm still getting this wrong.
What are you getting wrong?
Placing this stitch. Third time's the... I was going to say third time's the charm, but I've now unthreaded my needle.
Well, you're a Wally, aren't you?
Do you want to live? You called me, what was it? A whopper on my floss tube, and now you're calling me a Wally. Do you want to live?
Well, at least I'm not calling you anything, terribly bad.
Well, no, that's true, but you might not live. I miss my old house, 5 minutes round trip to the shop. Yeah.
Just, I have witnesses here threatening violence.
There's a petrol station across the road and the Saints is a bit further up, but unfortunately I'm lazy. You're also very pregnant. You're entitled to be lazy.
Have we?
Yeah, little man's coming.
Okay.
He just trots in here like...
He owns the place.
Yeah. Unless I met someone I knew, then it could take up to an hour. Yeah. We're very lucky here because we have shops within level walk 10 minutes. In fact, we have the choice of 2 or 3 shops, and there's a chip shop.
10 minutes? Are you crawling?
Within 10 minutes.
I was gonna say.
Oh, well, Jealous Annie's out. Okay. Oh, and so is the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club.
They're always out. It's a motorbike this time.
Yes, I can hear that. You're saying it's the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club.
You like the Eeny Weeny Teeny Peeny Club because it gives you something to talk about on your stream, and people like hearing you say it.
Gives me something to rant about.
I didn't think you were a ranty sort, quite frankly.
Well, I do rant in a kind of measured, sort of talking way.
How very modest.
Something like that. Dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not doing well tonight with these stitches. I feel like I'm all fingers and thumbs. Hey, Singer. How you doing, lovely? All right. Shattered, not used to working 5 days. Oh, bless you. Closest shopping area to us is a 5-minute drive or a 15-minute walk, says Kelly. That's not so bad. I don't know why, Kelly, but I thought you were more rural than that.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Well, we had our own fires here over the weekend. We had a car go up in flames, not ours, a car go up in flames in the local pub's car park in the sun.
So it was toasty.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what happened or how, but it could have been an electrical fault. It could have been magnifying effect. We just no idea. But all of a sudden, in the local Facebook group, there was this video appear of a car that had conveniently turned into a bonfire. Nice to get fresh air on a good day. Yep. Hey, Stuart. You've been watching the eclipse? Hannah, mayonnaise. It's on the chair arm. Scruff.
I know you are.
Don't start that. The girls have they? Hannah's just been enjoying herself sat outside in the slightly cooler evening weather.
Lovely, but it's a bit cold.
You've been stitching. What are you stitching on, Stuart? What are you working on? She's such a scruff, isn't she, burping away like that?
You could say that.
I do say that. Little man's back. Japanese cherry blossom. Oh, lovely. How's it going? Is it, are you enjoying it? I've been working on my model stitch this week, and I have to say I'm quite enjoying that. Not subject matter that I would normally pick.
Doesn't matter.
But it's something interesting to stitch.
It's stitching. I think that's the important thing.
Yeah. But stitching's so much better if you enjoy the subject matter.
Wouldn't know.
It's like everything really, Andy. If you were watching a documentary, you'd enjoy one where the subject matter is important to you. You know, a subject that you're interested in.
You would, you're right.
Same difference. It's been lovely, as it's mainly pink, not the usual colours I go for. Yeah. Nice to get something different. Cancel my Sky TV today as I'm not using it, and I switched my broadband. I had 6 texts from him in 2 hours telling me if I wanted to change my mind to go to their help page. That's overkill, isn't it, from them?
Sounds it.
We got mad with Sky when I moved here.
This is a story that's been told over and over again, but if you want to go for it, darling.
Yep. Now I blocked their text too, and I'll never go back to them. I take it you had an unhappy time with them, Kay? I definitely had an unhappy time when we moved into this house. We were with Sky at our old house, and we had no problems at all. And we moved to Sky with the home moving service. And let me just say this. By the time I'd finished with my chief executive complaint, 2 people were off sick. And I'd got flowers and a compensation package. I had issues casting Sky a few years ago. They won't let you do it online. They actually asked me what I was going to use instead. Oh. I was getting charged 3 times what everyone else was for my broadband. When I raised that issue with them, they had the audacity to tell me I was in the best value package. Well. Oh, look at that. I'm completely wrong place. Yeah, like I said, I use their home mover service, which, to be honest, was crap. I had 3 or 4 days of arguments with them down the phone because I said my phone line does not work. So I can't get my broadband on my TV or anything like that, but my phone line does not work. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Well, we've done a line test. It works. No, it doesn't. Oh, U-switch. Yeah, U-switch is good for that sort of thing, isn't it? And I got very peed off. It was about 3 weeks of this to-in and fro-in. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that they'd cut us off at my old house without me telling them. I'd given plenty of notice to cancel the cut-off date. I give them like 10 days notice or something. Don't cancel the Sky. We're not moving yet. Don't cancel the Sky. Comes down to the cancel date. They cancelled the Sky. So they had to provide me with a dongle for internet because it was their mistake. And then, like I said, when we moved into this house, they kept saying, "Do you have a working phone line?" Oh, no, we don't. "But do you have a working phone line?" "No, I don't."
They wouldn't have it?
Nope, they would not. So I complained. I emailed the chief executive. I Googled. I got his email address off the internet. And I emailed him. Within an hour, I had one of his PAs on the phone. And I said to her, "I have been telling you I do not have a phone line. My phone line does not work. I have not only tried this regular jack, I've tried every phone jack in the house, and there are several. I have even taken the cover off the phone jack and tried the test jack, and there is nothing." And I said, "You have 24 hours to fix this, or I'm going elsewhere. But you have a phone line." "No, I don't." And I said, "You know what? If you're going to insist that I have something that I actually don't have, just cancel the bloody thing and I will go elsewhere." "Well, can you give me until tomorrow at 12 o'clock or whatever it was to investigate?" I said, "Yeah, I can give you until that time, but no more." Just grab a quick drink. So the following day, 12:30, and I'd heard nothing. So I emailed this morning. I went, "Right, that's it. You're cancelling me." The phone started ringing. She said, "I've just been on the phone to get somebody from Openreach round. We can't seem to get an engineer out to you. They're not in the area." I went, "Love, half a mile up the road, there is an Openreach depot. There are half a dozen vans outside that depot at any one time. You cannot tell me that there are no Openreach engineers around." they're all sat in there having a cup of tea or scratching the bum or whatever it is they're doing. I said, I'll tell you what, you've got until 4 o'clock, and I'm being generous. If there isn't a man from Openreach looking apologetic at my door with a screwdriver in his hand at 4 o'clock, you can cancel. So the man from Openreach actually did turn up. And he took one look and he went, you haven't got a working phone line. I went, tell me something I don't know. I know I haven't got a working phone line. I have tried everything, every jack in the house, every phone jack and the test jack. I do not have a working phone. He went, no. I'll put you a phone line in. I had the line from the telegraph pole to the house, but the line into the house was disconnected. So it was no wonder that none of the phone jacks would work. Anyway, I got this woman on the phone. I went, I have a man from Openreach here. Can you please tell this lady what you just told me? And he just went on the phone and he went, this woman has no working phone. I says, yeah. I says, and I've been telling you this for almost a month now. Because it had got to that point. It got to nearly a month. So the phone line fixed things and I actually managed to get a working service. And then they started talking about a compensation package. I'm like, yeah, you better make it a good one. Because if not, I'm off. And to be fair to them, they did. I got flowers. I got a personal apology. I got money off my bill. I had X amount of months for free because of the bad service that I'd had. And then money off my bill for the next year. I was like, might keep the dish for a bit. But yeah, when I tried to contact back one of the people I'd spoken to, she'd gone off sick. I'm not surprised. Having a ranty Yorkshire woman down the phone at her. I had cancelled it for kids nan as well, as they wanted the outstanding bill paid. It was not supposed to be charged as they cut service, etc. before I could speak to someone. Oh, yeah, that's a bit naughty of them. You shouldn't be paying for any service that you haven't received. I'm sure that TELUS has a large red X beside their name, our names after what they did try to do to us. Go on, Kelly, what did TELUS do to you? Telecommunications companies really are terrible. Back to normal light outside now, look.
Well, I'm not surprised.
That is what happened with TELUS. We switched to Rogers on a certain date. TELUS said we owed money for the billing period. I hope you told them to do one. Not quite sure what Hannah's doing up there. Wrong. I no longer use your service after a certain date, and I don't give a rat's ass what your billing period is. Legend. We had an issue with breakdown cover. Andy got breakdown cover, and the charges for the year. And after a month, his insurance was up for renewal, and it was this breakdown cover he had. He could cancel at any point. And then with his insurance, it came with breakdown cover, so there was no point in having 2 lots of breakdown cover. So he got in touch with them to cancel. And I think they gave you back, what, like a third of the money or something stupid like that, didn't they?
Something like that, yeah.
And they put it down to administrative costs. What a crock. Don't you just hate it when you frog a stitch because you think you put the wrong one in? 919 instead of 928. Only to discover that the frog red was the right colour to start with. Yeah. I've had that a couple of times. They kept on about it. We took it to the issue to the Canadian Radio and Telecommunications Commission. Good on you. That is exactly what I'd have done. I took an energy supplier to the Ombudsman before. It's a new strand and I thought I'd picked the wrong one. Nothing worse, Kay, than that. That's when you tell them that their admin is a them problem, not a me problem. Yep. I work for a financial organisation, and if somebody cancels with us, you don't charge them an administration fee for cancelling. They cancel, they cancel. And if they've paid any fees, they get those fees back. Because if they've not had a service, we've no right to keep the money. CRTC got hold of TELUS, got a personal email from some VP that they were no longer being charged. The amount was about $15, but it was the principle of it. Absolutely, it's the principle. You think they can get away with murder? It didn't matter if it was $5, $15 or $50. Point is, you're not paying for a service that you've never had or you're not going to get. Billing date or no billing date. I threatened to take my old bank up to the Ombudsman because I was moving and needed a new card because the card was damaged. Guess what order they did it in? You know, I'm not quite sure if Hannah's singing up there.
Hannah doesn't sing out loud.
No, I know. Which is what makes me wonder.
More likely to be talking on the phone to somebody.
No, that's not talking. It's not talking, I can hear. A few years later, they called us trying to come back. I was very nice to the person on the phone, just doing the job that I did say to look up our history with the company. A cold day in hell was mentioned by me, oh bless you. I had a call from the opticians last year on August bank holiday, no less. They kept trying to phone me through the bank holiday. And I picked up the phone and I said, hello. And they said, is that Mrs. Smith? And I said, yes. Just phoning about your eye test that's due. Only the optician is quite concerned that you haven't booked in. I says, all right. And I take it that the optician knows me personally then. This is the first evening, so Stuart, I'm using a new ball-pointed needle game changer. Oh, yes. Ball-pointed needles along with pattern keeper. And that's it. Set up, aren't you? I stopped my BT internet that was rubbish, no fibre here. Switched to a better one, but kept the phone to save me the charge for ending early. Although I was actually out of the original contract. Yep. Excellent, glad it's working. They ordered the card, then changed the address details. Took them 3 weeks to fix with no access to my money. My branches in Edinburgh, lived in Central 5. Oh, crikey. It was a rolling one, but I barely got that, what they offered, and it was no good. So I got annoyed, changed my internet as work threatened to not allow working from home. Yep. That's the only thing that stops me from moving internet provider. I know that I've got a decent, stable internet connection. This one. And firmly Gen X and my bullshit tolerance is non-existent yet. And it was a huge bunch of flowers and a bottle of bubbly, plus an extra £50 in my bank. Nice. That's one way to say sorry. A month later, I switched banks. Brilliant. Love it. Well, that's her talking to the cat. Maybe she was doing that all along.
You have to remember that businesses can't afford to lose people's business.
Well, they can afford one or two. It's when the one or two start telling the neighbour and the friend,
Yeah, that's what.
and
they're scared
somebody
of.
overhears it on the bus.
That's what they're scared of.
Yeah, it's reputational damage. That's why Chris changed from Virgin to Talk. He was always losing connection with Virgin. Now you see, I'm with Virgin, and it's a better connection than it was with Sky.
Sky was bloody useless.
It was terrible. My dad said that's what I got for going to an English bank. Which bank was it, Kay? It's a matter of interest, just so I can avoid them.
Well, it can't be Santander. They're Spanish.
Well, no, because they're Spanish. NatWest. Oh, well. At least they said sorry, eh?
Indeed.
I had a problem with my bank. I needed some copy statements, but I needed them historic. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll send them out to you. But you have to send a check for X amount of money for a subject access request. And we send it to this address. And I went, hang on a minute. First of all, subject access requests or SARs are now free. And secondly, the address that you are sending me to send this money to, which I'm not going to send, is to an office that I know that your bank no longer operates from. And the reason that I know is because I pass that place when I go into my office. And I know that you no longer work from that building. So I put in a complaint. And I got a phone call, a very apologetic phone call.
As you might.
And I said to this lady, I said, I wanted these statements. I was told to send in money for an SAR. I didn't need an SAR. I needed the statements. SARs being chargeable and is now no longer a thing. And you told me to send money to a building which the bank no longer operates from. And I know this because I passed that building. And I can tell you exactly when you moved out of it. So you haven't occupied that building since 2019, and this was last year. I said, so for 6 years, you have been directing people to send money to a building. So A, who's collecting that money? And B, why isn't your systems being updated? So as a saying sorry, I got a decent-ish lump sum money in my bank account, and I didn't get the statements because apparently the kind of statements I wanted, they don't hold for longer than 7 years. And I says, okay, that's fair enough. If I can't have them, I can't have them. I'll have to try and prove where I need to prove some other way. This is when I was buying my ex out of this house. And the money paid for all of us as a family to go out for Sunday lunch. And pudding as well. My stepdad said, oh, this will be expensive. And I went, no, it won't, because my bank is paying for it. They've had to say sorry. The audacity to ask for money for an SAR, which is your own data. Yep. It's disgusting, isn't it? I only went to them because my employer used them. Yeah. And they'll say, oh, it's a bit, it's easier if you use our bank. No, it's not. Makes no difference in this day and age. Hey, Liz. A bit late, frogging out a couple of houses. Oh, bless you. I wonder, did you see the eclipse, Liz? Because you would have had totality in Spain, wouldn't you? Kelly says YouTube keeps kicking me off for some reason. That's weird. YouTube gremlins. We use Virgin Mobile in Canada. Our service has been very good for a number of years. That's good.
Was that fly still buzzing around?
Next thing that goes through his mind is going to be his backside. No, it was about sunset, and I can't see sunset from my house. Oh. I was watching it on Sky News from someplace, Villa something or other. Villa Blanco or something daft like that. But anyway, we didn't get it totality here. We had like 90%, something like that. And the light just looked weird. Andy was disappointed because he was outside with his colander and it didn't do anything. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, we're both well, thank you. We had email issues on and off. Probably wondered if some servers are being impacted from the fires. Could be, Kelly. Could be. They may have had to reroute to alternative servers, which is causing a network change or an interruption in your connection. Look at me sounding all technical there. You can tell I'm doing some IT stuff at work, can't you? I sound all technical. Spoiler alert, I'm not really technical. Mind you, I was on the line today with somebody who was having an issue, and I was able to resolve it because of the extra knowledge that I've had. That's exactly what we thought, rerouting. Yeah, could be. Okay, are we ready for a little show and tell?
Well, it's funny you should say that because I'm just finding the show and tell jingle as we speak.
Are you now? You are Mr. Jingle tonight.
What do you mean I'm Mr. Jingle?
You're Mr. Jingle.
Well, yeah.
It's funny. This was funny earlier on. I was on a Zoom with my boss And where I sit, I've got sliding patio doors at the back of me. And Andy nipped into conservatory for something. I don't know what you were doing. Washing, I expect, or something like that. And my boss, she says, "Oh, who's that sexy man behind you?" Because Andy had his shirt off. He was warm.
I'm not sexy.
He'll do for me.
I had my shirt off, but
You'll do for me.
I don't know in what universe that constitutes being sexy.
Hey, listen. If you like me and you have a thing about a man with a hairy chest, that's sexy enough for me. Thank you very much.
Considering we're talking to a room full of women here, ladies, let me ask you a question. How many of you actually think a hairy body is sexy? Because as a man, let me finish what I'm saying here. As a man, it would surely to God piss me off to see somebody walking around with all the hairs out.
Well, you see, there's degrees. There's degrees of it. You see, I don't like a man with a hairy body that looks like a bloody mountain gorilla. I mean, that just is not for me. But for you, it's enough. It's not too much. It's just right. It's enough for me. And it's in,
Sorry, Renee.
It's in, where I see as, but I don't want a mountain gorilla. And you're not a mountain gorilla.
Well, I at times I feel like one. I have to admit that. Anyway, so and tell jingle.
Hang on. Take the compliment, Andy. My hubby's smooth and aerodynamic. Stuart says, get yourselves a room.
You see, I would like to take a bit of this hair off, especially in this heat.
No.
But I'm not allowed.
No.
So I have to suffer.
And that's my Chris. But you see, it's what I like. I like
but it's
this.
a bit uncomfortable when it's warm, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, there's bigger things in your chest wig that make you uncomfortable in the warm weather.
What? I don't get you. Anyway.
I'll tell you later.
So
right, come on. Let's have the show and tell jingle and change the subject.
I am doing.
There was no bird sound tonight. The clip says Lynn, just hair on the chest. She says, not all over body hair. That's me.
Oh, so I can take some of this off my legs then?
No.
Well, that's not my chest.
Yeah, I like your hairy legs. Okay. Yeah, there was no bird sound here. The birds got a little bit confused.
They were confused.com.
Yeah, there were a few that were flying around the rooftops. Okay. But they weren't trying to roost because it just didn't get dark enough.
If anything, it was a very, very big disappointment.
Yeah, Andrew says it was a disappointment, but there you go. Okay.
The eclipse wasn't eclipsing.
No, not a hidden. The eclipse wasn't eclipsing for you, was it?
No.
Okay,
Ring
right.
this bell whenever you want.
Okay. So, Kelly, this is an old-fashioned quilt block called Sunbonnet Sue. The video of how I made it will be published next Wednesday, the 19th. I use representative fabrics from where I live. The city of Chilliwack has a population of over 100,000 and is pretty normal, a Canadian small city. The outskirts are pretty rural with dairy farms, and we are famous for corn. That's super cute. I like that. I'm always very interested with the quilting because it's not something I do. So I do like to see it. And of course you can see that it's a girl with a bonnet. And I love that.
It doesn't want a bell, no?
Yeah, you can give her, I'll carry a bell.
There's no milestone, though.
Well, do you know what? It's...
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
I think that's
Hey, look,
like
if you want a
finished.
bell, you can get a bell.
Yeah. It's a finished quilt block.
All right, so finish. Well, there you go then.
There you go. Okay, Jess is working on Cherry Evening. It's a kit by Oven.
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 That
Bit warm in it.
is super good. I like that. The stitches there make it look like lights hitting the glass. That's some really cool shading. So, duplicates raw edge technique with blanket stitch. Awesome. And there is the mock-up. That looks shiny. But obviously that's stitching. Some, is it brie and cherries? That's lovely, that one, Jess.
Brie as in cheese.
Cheryl is working on her little Disney cross stitch, and I can see there she's at the top portion of it, around sort of here, because it looks like there we have Pinocchio, and Tiana is there as well. Lots of little Disney characters. They have beautiful kits. I think they're Russian. Well, they're doing some awesome charting, aren't they? I mean, that was just beautiful. Here is Kay's Abundance of Fruit. 25 count, easy count. Lugana, 6C, 1/1, full cross. 81,665 out of 86,156 stitches, or 94.79%. So less than 5,000 stitches to go.
Oh.
That is nearly there, 94.79. And there is the mock-up. So just these little peaches to do. Just looked up the company, big mistake, awake. Okay. Haid Sow 2026, the Stone Cottage for Cheryl. 1/1 on some 32 count easy guide at 1.87%. Really need to get going on this one, she says. You know, every stitch done is one less to do. So it's not about getting going. It's about just the journey and getting a few stitches in here and there, because every one that you add is one less to do, isn't it? Right, yeah. And here is the mock-up. If I would have taken part, this would be the one I would have chosen. I think is it Stuart in Stitches is doing this as well. Oh, you're being enabled, Kelly. Senga is working on her monochrome dragon, and she's at 1.04%. So first percent in and enjoying working on it. What colour is it you're using, Senga? Is it 154? I can't remember from last time. I think it's 154, you said. I could be wrong. And believe it or not, that is it. So and tell.
Is it?
Yeah, that's everything. I'm just going to go to all newest comments, make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, I haven't. Oh, 550. Thank you, Singer. So, yeah, just a very short show and tell tonight. But then again, it is a quiet stream. It's a Wednesday. And, you know, that's fine. Sometimes it happens like that. Okay. And here's Stuart's progress on his lanterns, his Japanese lanterns. Enjoying the process of stitching that those pinks in. Let's see, what else have we got here? Okay, and then look at the rainbow appeared when we were at our maximum for the solar eclipse, says Kay. And is that Charlie that's sat on your windowsill, Kay. Having a good neb out, whichever one it is. But yeah, that's lovely how a rainbow appeared. Oscar, totally looking in the wrong direction. Had to do the decision wheel to pick mine. There are about 4 that I like to talk about motivation to get my pages done. All right. Yeah, dear. Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, that is everything. It's very, very quiet so and tell tonight. There we go. So let's come back to the magpie. Oh my days. So thank you guys, those of you that have contributed. Only a short one, but hey, you know, some lovely projects, and oven might have to be going having a look. Which is this thread? That one. He seems to have gone very quiet round here as well. I think now Mr. Eeny Weeny Teeny has done one. Hey dear. Well, my headache's going off finally, love.
Good.
Talking to lovely stitchy friends is obviously the cure that I needed. Excuse me. How do your cats go on with the heat, Kay? When it gets warm? Angel just tends to stretch out on the floor, and she does tend to drink a little bit more, but not an awful lot. Just wonder how your boys get on. Our little man, little visitor, he just plonks himself in the conservatory, as warm as that is. He loves it. I think he quite likes the warm weather. Told my husband I had a headache early and I got happy drunk enough and not to go and lie down, my love, while I do the washing. Oh dear. Charlie flakes out on the arm of the chair and Oscar takes up residence in the hall. Ah. I think Angel struggles because she's full of fluff. Mind you, she had to have a bath earlier and she was not too happy about it. But needs must with a long-haired cat and a litter box, and never the twain shall meet. So Hannah came home and she was like, God's sake, I've got to bath the cat. Charlie likes the sun and will lie in it regardless of how hot it gets. All right. Brave of him. Angel will very often come sit on the windowsill behind me, but she does get too hot after a while and will come in and stretch out on the carpet. She finds odd places where it's cool, like behind my front door on the top of the landing, because no sun hits that part of the house. So she will very often find somewhere to flake out where it's slightly cooler. And Victoria's little cat doesn't, I don't think she seems to mind so much, but I know Victoria does worry about her in the warm weather. course, it was much easier with the dogs because the dogs you could hose them down and they could get a drink, and you know they're a lot more likely to get a drink, and they don't mind getting wet and stuff to cool off. But cats, it's a different matter. Okay. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Not what I wanted to do. It needs to be over here. There we go. Yep, it's definitely dusking now. Oh dear. Question for Andy. What app do you use to edit Nicola's videos? I'm looking for a good one. Plot twist. I now edit my own. And it is
VSDC video editor.
Thank you. I was just looking for that. Yeah, VSDC video editor. So, phonetic alphabet: Victor, Sierra, Delta, Charlie, video editor. The only ones that I need help with is when I'm doing my whip parades and I need to put photographs in because I'm rubbish at that.
You can do it.
And you just change my music from time to time. Android, she says. Is it Android?
What's Android?
Is it an app or is it's a computer program, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not an app.
It's not an app, it's a program for laptop. I'm running Windows 11 now.
Yeah.
I get lost which Windows version it is. There's been that flipping many. I'm not quite sure about mobile ones, if there are any mobile ones, but I know Emily uses one, but I've no idea which it is. Crafty Emily. But there's CapCut Power Director. I'm not sure what else, but this one is one that Andy's used for all of his videos. So come on, when it came to doing mine, it was just naturally that he just used the same editor, and then as I've been set up to do my own editing, I've now got the program on my laptop. I posted one of the groups, but I haven't really heard back. All right. It shouldn't be a secret, really, should it? I use a Corel program to edit pretty good, and with the newest version, it does 4K better. There we go. Ebony uses Power Director. And Max Colour Stitch uses a CapCut girl. Some of them have like watermarks on screen that tells you what software that they're using. But for mine, I can just download the file from my phone, the raw file, onto my, look at me sounding all technical, onto my laptop, and then I import it into the editor and add on my starting and my ending and my fades in and fades out and stuff. And you know, if it's a music one, swap the music around and that kind of thing, and then just set it off to process it in the background. And then when it's processed, just upload it to YouTube. Works for me. I find it fairly easy, but the only thing I don't find easy about it is whenever my laptop restarts. Hey Daphne, she uses YT Create. Awesome. I didn't know you did floss tube, Daphne. I might have to go and have a look. Yeah. When my laptop closes down and it closes the program down, when you reopen it, Andy tidies it up by taking out some things that I don't need. I haven't got the hang of what he takes out yet, if that makes sense. So I usually have to say to him, Andy, my laptop is restarted. Can you please reopen my editor for me? Thank you. And he does it. How did I miss that you had a floss tube, Daphne? If you're using the editor, you must have a floss tube. How did I miss that? I'm going to go and have a look after this. It's funny because I very often click on the cross-stitching tab that I have on YouTube so I can discover floss tubers, but I've not seen yours come up. I'm going to go and have a look. Oh dear. It's a bit sticky, isn't it? Also, I have a new laptop than I used to. It makes it easy with good graphics. My not so terrific eyes. Yep. Well, Andy has two laptops. He has a high one with a lot of power that he uses for his editing. And then he has a smaller laptop that he can do his scripts and things and do some planning on whilst the editor's running on the big laptop, because it does slow his big laptop right down. So yeah, the best decision we made was getting another small laptop for Andy so that he's got two options, he can work on both. I don't know, has there been on a little break as my father passed away on August the 2nd. I was his full-time caregiver, but in September I will be back full-time on my channel. Oh, Daphne, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I hope you're doing okay. But I will be going and having a look. I said here by your dad, it's just your channel, just your name. I want to check if I'm subscribed. Yeah. I was old school when I made a couple of videos, a phone editor, not posted in years. Yes, the channel name is my name. Ah, excellent. Easy to find then. We'll go and search up Daphne Chamberlain. Thank you, Daphne. I'm so sorry, Daphne. I mean, I don't know circumstances of your dad's passing, but is your mum still with us? Because if so, please do pass on our condolences to all of your family. A few years ago, I lost both my parents within 4 months of each other, and it was a very difficult time. She passed in 2017, so they're both together again. Oh, bless. Still a difficult time for you all. So, are you away this weekend? Look, you are, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it you're going to this weekend?
Banbury.
Banbury,
Mm.
Oxfordshire.
Yeah, but it's on the Northants border, so I'm actually doing some in Northants and in Oxfordshire.
Mm. And have you decided on that fishing lodge then?
Yeah, I told you I'm doing it. But that's not this weekend. That's in the future.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's in September. That.
What date in September?
The 11th.
Oh. Does that mean you're home on the weekend of the 5th?
Yeah. Why?
Well, I'm sure weekend. Because you had me arranging with Lisa about trying to get my lunch at 4 on that day so I can go and take my princess for exhibit.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're home that weekend because last time it was a trip down in a taxi. And we only just made it.
I'll be back before 4 on that Friday.
Good. Good.
And if I'm not, then it'll be a taxi again, won't it? But it won't be. I will be home.
Yeah, you will be home. Ken has to go get his paperwork done for hubby's business. See you around. No worries, Kelly. See you Sunday. We'll be here on Sunday, won't I? Yeah. Do take care. Thank you for popping by.
Oh dear.
You tired, love?
Not particularly, actually. Not particularly. Still have a yawn here and there. Just going to go and lock the back door. Actually, because I haven't done that yet.
No.
Can I bring a chair in here?
Of course you did, yeah. She's very hot on that, isn't she? One house down, says Liz, off to demolish the other one. Oh, bless you. It's one of those that's been a bit of a thorn in your side, that, isn't it? Okay. All right then, my love.
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I am fine and dandy. He said, hopefully.
What do you mean, hopefully?
I mean, hopefully.
You either are or you aren't.
Sometimes it's one of them you don't necessarily know.
You had a busy planning day today.
Oh, I did a few bits.
It's funny, isn't it? Me and Andy, I work in the same house as Andy sits and does his planning in, but I never know what he's been up to.
Well, yeah, but if I tried to explain it to you, you wouldn't get it.
Probably not.
I mean,
You'll get it some days.
Yeah, I do. What have I done?
That was meant to make you laugh, dear.
I did the last little bit of the Hambleton ones that I wrote a couple of days. Did the recording for that while you were out. Did a batch of preambles. Did a batch of thumbnails.
He's a busy bunny, isn't he?
Yeah, these are like, they don't take very long. What else have I done? Planned a run for next year. And a few other odds and sods. I put some posts out, made a couple of posters like I do for like on Mondays and whatnot.
I can beat you for planning
Why?
because I've already booked in a retreat for 2028. Woohoo.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah, it's beating you for planning.
When is it in 2028?
February.
Okay. It's actually helpful to me, actually, to if you do yours before mine, so that I can plan around you. That's what I did with 27. And with 26, actually.
I say I'm for 26. But then, you know, I mean, to be fair, you planned around me, but, you know, it still was advantage you because you still got plenty out of it, didn't you?
Your retreat weekends help me.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Here comes Hannah.
Here comes
You are
Hannah,
weird.
pretty naked.
So what the club?
Just so you know, Hannah is not naked.
She's not naked, no.
We'll just put that one to bed right now.
She's just barely dressed. Anything barely dressed is seen as naked in this house.
Barely dressed.
She's still got more on than me.
Too hot for this. There's using the words like I'm not allowed to say it.
What you got?
Oh, they're only white and it's from her work.
What for?
For my cuts.
Oh, where'd you get cuts from? Kennels?
I've got, yeah, 'cause I've got.
I know you got a scratch on your arm.
Well, yeah, but that's not from the dog, it's from Shutter, because one of them's
Right.
got wire and it, like where it curves round,
Uh-huh.
it's going round like a handle to hold it onto. It's thread at the end and it sticks out,
Okay.
so I brushed past it
And you
it's
got caught.
me.
Okay. What's
And
your other
the
one?
cat's caught me a couple of times.
Oh, right. Okay. I think you're going to live.
I don't know.
She doesn't think she's going to live. Hannah gets a little obsessive with any kind of little injury. Cuts, scratches, scrapes. It's antiseptic this and antiseptic that and plasters and, you know, you name it. You can get a little bit obsessed with them. Oh. So yeah, today I went for my therapy session. It wasn't actually too bad. You know, it was hotter a few weeks back when I went than it was this morning. When I left the house, it wasn't bad at all. But I'm glad that I'm not going anywhere tomorrow because apparently it's supposed to be reaching 36 here. Whether it will or not remains to be seen because it was supposed to reach 33 today and it didn't. It got to about 30. I'm definitely getting ready for a spot of rain. Aren't we?
You could say that.
You know, I was watching a YouTube this morning, and he was saying, have you heard about this? Apparently, this drought again. Have they forgotten all the weeks of constant rain that we had earlier this year? And at the end of the day, we pay for our water. We pay our water and sewage charges. Why should we not be allowed to use it? And I thought, do you know what? It's a fair point. I get that, obviously we should conserve where possible because water supplies will become limited if we're not careful. But still, I mean, we're not saying throw water away willy-nilly. It is a fair point. And the point is for the water companies is that certainly in our local area, leaks are commonplace and bits of road being dug up because the water pipes burst again. I mean, we're having some of the water pipes renewed near us, but nowhere near where the leaks have happened. I'm just putting in extra infrastructure because they're building a new housing estate, but they're not fixing where the leaks are. And they're wondering why people grumble when there's a hose pipe ban or whatever. There we go. It's companies for you, but we paid for them, we've paid for the service. But I get it, we should all be, cautious where things like water is concerned. It is a precious resource, and I get that. And apparently they've been using children to advertise the point about saving water. Not that I've seen these adverts, but apparently they have been using children. I think, a great many people have seemed to have forgotten that certainly, my generation and the one before, we were very great proponents of recycling and, using reusable stuff like, who remembers having milk delivered in glass bottles and you rinse and return them, and the pot man, and you're taking bottles back to the beer off and getting pennies back. And when we went to the shops, you took a bag or a basket. Things were, the butcher used brown paper, that kind of thing. There wasn't an awful lot of plastic around. I mean, we did our bit for saving the planet. Because like I said, I mean, I can remember as a kid, milkman coming, 2 pints of a cow's milk, of semi-skimmed or whole milk, whichever it was, and a pint of sterilised 3 times or 4 times a week, because there were 5 of us and we drank a lot of tea. And of course, Mum made things like Yorkshire puddings from scratch. So, we'd use milk in batter and things like that. And I definitely remember the Alpine pot man coming round. Did you have anything like that when you were a kid, Andy?
No.
And for a while, we had milk in those cardboard carton brick things. And when we had the school milk, it came in little a third of a pint bottles. Brown paper bags with string handles, yep. We recycled before we were preached at about it, yep, indeed. But yeah, I mean, I can remember us doing stuff like that. And, if we went and bought fruit and veg at the market, it came in brown paper bags. There was no plastic bags. You had a shopper. My mother had a fold-up shopping bag. When she folded it up, it looked like a wallet. And when you opened it up, the two sides of it made a firm bottom for the bag. It was like a nylon bag. And, you know, lots of people had their shopping trolleys. My stepdad tells me that his mum used to go shopping and she had a wicker basket. The farmer that has the field just west of here started harvesting today. It's early to be here. It's so dry they've got a drone up watching for accidental fires awake. Fish and chips in newspaper, yes. Because now you can't have anything in newspaper because the newsprint is toxic, apparently. We had maybe 3 outfits and a few for special days, not like today. Closet full, it's never touched, and 2 pairs of shoes. Yeah. We had our school shoes, we had our playing art shoes, and we had our best shoes. And by the time we needed to use our best shoes, because there weren't many occasions, they were too tight. And hand-me-downs were very popular. We had hand-me-downs from our cousins. I didn't get many hand-me-down clothes, but I did get from my cousin hand-me-down books. He was about 3 years older than me. So when he grew out of his books, I got them. I used to do an awful lot of reading when I was younger. You never lived until you've read yesterday's news off your battered cod. That's so true. So true. But fish and chips was a treat. And for us, it only ever happened when we went to the seaside. We certainly didn't go to a fish and chip shop in our town, in our neighbourhood. It just didn't happen. And, you know, I mean, I can remember when McDonald's came into our town and people were like, "Ooh, what's this?" Didn't quite know what to make of it. You know, McDonald's was seen as odd at first. We didn't see people out and about clutching a pasty or a coffee in their hands or whatever. I mean, to be fair, I'm guilty of it. I walk into my therapy session on Tuesday with my takeaway coffee. What did I do when I was a kid? Nothing. I took a drink with me, if I had one. And if not, I went without. Instead of going to the loos and get a drink out of the tap that said drinking water on it. Cupping your hands under the tap to make a little cup to get a drink. We should do the same at school as well. We never ate out. 17 years before we was taken out to eat. Living rule was part of the reason, but money was the main reason. Yep. First time I went to a restaurant, I was 17. You know, if I got fish and chips at the seaside, I used to get it and sit on the harbour wall. It was certainly not in a restaurant or anything. I had the odd pub meal out as a kid with my Auntie Susan, but not with my parents, with my Auntie Susan. We got a Chick-fil-A in Leeds the other month and we were queuing up the street for it. Not tried it, but surely it's just chicken like the rest. Yep, I would say so. I mean, chicken's chicken, isn't it? I mean, I suppose, yes, you could cook it differently and the coating might be different and this and other, but still the base product is still the same, isn't it? Chicken. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A?
No.
We have a Popeyes now in our town. We've never had that. It doesn't appeal to us. Occasionally, me and Andy will go and get Taco Bell. But it's not often, is it?
No, not really.
Last time I had one was 5-6 months ago at Meadowhall. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And before then, I think you and I were at Scunthorpe that day. Last time I had one.
Ooh,
A long time. Do you remember that one?
I do, yeah.
And as for last time I had McDonald's, I can't remember. Well, I popped in and I got a coffee from them. But last time I actually had like a, McDonald's meal. Not a clue. Not a clue. It's funny, isn't it? Okay, just popping my monetization on so it doesn't scream at me later and make me do a load of other stuff. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. On and done. Wendy's. I never went to Wendy's either. Did you ever go to a Wendy's, love?
No.
Yeah, I can remember my dad going to McDonald's when it first opened because my mum says, "Oh, you have to go and try this McDonald's." And my dad went with her. I wasn't there that day. And my mum came home because, it wasn't for kids. My mum came home and said, "Nah, your dad didn't like it."
I am now getting adverts on my phone for chicken.
Are you?
Yes.
What kind of chicken?
KFC.
What, a 500-piece skip?
Oh God! Don't even. Don't even. For those in the,
No.
Keep wondering.
Keep wondering. Oh dear. It was yesterday. We had too much internet. Oh dear. They are listening indeed. I'm surprised you haven't had, one for shopping trolleys or, bottles of beer. Give it time. We have a Wendy's in Sheffield. I think that's our nearest one. Don't have at Meadowhall, I don't think.
This is how the eclipse was seen in Hawes.
That's brilliant. Cheese grommet. Yes, the eclipse memes are starting to come out now. Facebook will be full of it for the next couple of days. May I suggest removing microphone access for all apps that don't need it? Yep. There you go, Andy. It's all new access and permissions. We eat out maybe an average of twice a month. It's probably about right for us on average. Some months we eat out more, and others we don't bother at all. That sounds about right. But to be fair, if we go out, we'll go to our local pub for a carvery, proper roast dinner, rather than fast food.
Well played, Channel 4. They put this out. Remember, it's dangerous to look at directly and it can cause long-term damage to your retinas. But that's enough about ITV. There's an eclipse tonight.
Well played. Oh dear, that's funny. I'm waiting for Channel 4 to start with their next series of 24 hours in police custody. I like that.
I'm only interested if it involves the former Duke of York.
The arrest of Andrew. Yeah. Actually, if somebody suggested to put that on 24 hours, it'd make a brilliant episode, wouldn't it?
It's gone very quiet regarding him lately, hasn't it?
Actually, no, it hasn't.
Why?
There was somebody who attacked him.
Really?
At Sandringham a couple of months ago, wearing a balaclava and chased him and stuff. And
I never heard about this.
Yeah. And Prince Andrew's been giving evidence via video link.
Ooh. Because
this guy's been prosecuted not only for trespass, but for the threatening behaviour and stuff. It was also revealed today. Was it today? Maybe not today. It was also revealed. So, you know how every royal has a plan for a public funeral?
Yeah.
Andrew's is still in place.
Oh.
Whether or not it will be reviewed or not, we don't know. But he has got a ceremonial funeral plan. Pretty much like the King, the Queen, and all the other big members of the royal family. But they do reckon that when it does come Prince Andrew's time or Andrew's time, it'll be a low-key private ceremony, pretty much like Princess Margaret's. She had a private funeral at St George's Chapel, and they reckon it'll be the same. But I think, to be honest with you, once William takes the throne, things like that will be overhauled. Because I don't think he'll have any nonsense. I think William will be a good king.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not a royalist by any stretch of the imagination. I don't crave to have a royal family, but because we are taxpayers and we pay for them, I have a vested interest. I would love to get a look inside that royal vault. At those jewels. Okay. To be fair, I mean, the royal family don't cost us much, £1 something per person per year or something daft like that. And they pay into the economy. What people don't realise that Crown Estate, money generated from the Crown Estate goes to the government, and then the government gives some of that back in civil list to the royals. And of course, they also pay taxes on their private income. But Prince William is making changes already because he's selling off portions of the Duchy of Cornwall. Second house is demolished for Liz. Yay, now for a rebuild. Just got to get the foundations in the right place without any frog's help. Oh, you can do it, Liz. We've got faith in you. And tell the frog to do one. If he comes to visit, say, not today, Mr. Frog. Thank you very much. If you saw my floss tube Tuesday, I did a massive fudge on one of my pieces. My oldest vanity. I stitched in the wrong square. I'm not frogging it. You can't tell. So I just stitched the square again in the next one. And reparked my threads. Not tonight. I don't blame you, Liz. $54. This is filling in quite well. I'm pleased with this. Bottom half of the village is built, says Liz, working my way up the hill to the tower at the top. Fabulous. Fabulous. If you're enjoying this relaxing stitchy time, do give a thumbs up. 30 people watching, only 13 thumbs up at the moment, so hit that button. Help a girl out. Just bring people in, as we've seen in the past. So next week will be the last Wednesday stream for August. Because the last week of August we are on holiday in Victoria's house city. Looking forward to a few days away. Kay's ready for bed and she's off. So good night, Kay. Thank you so much for joining. Won't be too much longer myself. And see you Sunday, all being well. Do sleep well. Ooh. Ooh, what?
Ooh.
Just ooh.
There was no reason to make that noise. I just did.
I'm just oohing.
Ooh.
Mm. I'm going to get an oohing typhoon.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
Okay, number 17. You can tell my hand. Oh, my hands are getting sweaty, dropping the needle and stuff. Excuse me. Sandy's off as well. Thanks for company. She says, see you Sunday. Take care. Happy stitching. You too, Sandy. Stay cool. And do take care. Oh, somebody's setting fireworks off. Local Facebook group will be off on one in a minute.
More exciting than the eclipse was.
Like it. Still say lunar eclipses are better.
I tried to understand what all the fuss was about the solar eclipse, but I kind of felt in the dark about it.
That was terrible, Andy.
Well, look.
Are you here all week?
Yeah, unfortunately I am, yeah.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
I am terrible. You should know this by now. That's why you married me. You married me because I'm terrible.
I did.
Just so you know, people, that's a joke. Anyway.
No, I did marry you because you're terrible.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you are.
Well, you know, I did my best. I'll be upstairs.
All right, lovely.
I will nudge the banana.
Yes, please. Yep, someone's getting excited now with the fireworks. And another one. Yeah, means the local Facebook group will be going off itself as well. They'll be going, my dog's terrified of the fireworks, my cat's terrified, my goldfish is terrified, whatever. And people are like, well, yeah, we're allowed to have fireworks. Yeah, it's the same old every time a single firework goes off. I don't agree that there should be too many of them, but still, the odd one is different, isn't it? Here's Angel. It is a bit early though for fireworks. It should be restricted, but alas, until the laws in this country change, we're stuck with them. And whenever the government's making money off something, they're not going to change the law to prevent it, are they? 66. Here I go again. Ice Dolly is calling me again. Wow. What sort of temperatures you got out there at the moment, Liz? If it's anything like here, it's Ice Dolly weather. It's rather too many me, no matter what you thought of your actions may be causing another. That's true. That's true. But we're stuck with it until legislature changes things, aren't we? $33 today. Oh, yeah, a bit warmer than us. We got to 29, I think it was. We would forecast to have 33. Tomorrow it's forecast 36, but whether or not it'll get that far, who knows. Anyway, we are about at time. And that is 335 stitches. So I'm happy enough with that. A bit more of that petal done and I'm travelling down. So yeah. So thank you guys very much indeed for joining me today. Please don't forget to do that thumbs up on the way out. It does help enormously. So yeah, we will be back again to stream on Sunday. So if you are around, please do join me for that one. But other than that, thank you very much indeed for watching. Take care. Happy stitching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.